In this Imbibitor Lunae video, we are going to be going over all of the mechanical tricks, intricacies, and just insight that I've discovered as I've been doing a plethora of testing with this character. He's every bit as strong as I said he would be. He's also every bit as speed, toony, and skill point hungry and greedy as I said he would be as well. So I want to go over everything so that you guys have a good understanding as to how to play this character optimally. There are a number of ways though, depending on the team comp you have, the light cones you have, the investment, things can change. It is a nuanced discussion as always, but let's go ahead and get into it. So right off the bat, this is the composition we're going to be showcasing. It also happens to be my favorite composition. What I will say is he's very picky, and again, you need quite a bit of things to make it work pretty smoothly. Let's go ahead and go into it so you can understand what I'm saying. Tingyun is going to need Bronya's light cone, and it's not really a need, but leaning towards it, you should have it because it regenerates one skill point when she uses her ultimate, and then every 2 times she uses her ultimate, it refreshes. This just helps immensely as you're going through 3 different cycles on keeping skill point optimization up nice and friendly for our boy Imbibitor Lunae. The other thing that you also need to do is keep Yukong right in front of Imbibitor Lunae. As I said, he needs to be last, and she needs to be second to last, and the reason being is because of dance. Another thing you're gonna need on this composition, again guys, if you don't have these light cones, it's going to be tricky. And this is why I said this guy is not easy to build around and make work optimally, because you need certain pieces to the puzzle to really bring out his shine. The other thing you need to do is have E6 Yukong, and ideally you don't need it, but you want E6 Tingyun. This will make perfect sense when I go through the play-by-play showcase. But that's what you can already see. There's so many things you need. Now there's people out there who are gonna misunderstand me when I say this. He's so strong that you can just put him on this team composition without any of that stuff. You're still gonna clear the MLC, no problem. When I say you need these things if you're trying to like do phenomenal runs with Imbibitor Lunae. Again, you're trying to get sweaty. If you're not trying to get sweaty, you don't need any of this stuff. With that being said, Imbibitor Lunae can get away with running an attack percent boot. He can run an attack percent boot on this team composition, and that's because there's so many speed synergies on the team. Her Eidolon 1 start off with a 10% speed boost for 2 whole turns. Her Eidolon 1, 20% speed boost given to him upon him popping his ultimate. Then you have Yukong with dance, advances the whole team forward upon using her ult. So all of these things can actually allow Danny Boy to go twice in a number of scenarios throughout the course of the battle when timed correctly and used correctly. And this is why I've said this, it sounds sweaty, but hopefully I can explain this all to you in a digestible and palatable manner when we go through the showcase. But truth be told, he needs to be in a certain speed tuning ballpark. You see he's at 113 speed. That's around where he needs to be. I think 112 at the very least, and it might even be very least 113. So 113, 114 is where you want to strive for in terms of the speed requirement on him. And then everyone else, she just has to be second to last and obviously be able to go twice. So 134 speed. He needs to be faster than her. So whatever is that is, mine's is 137. And then Tingyun's going to be fast regardless. Ideally though, you do want to have the full-blown speed set so that she can give even more speed over to our boy Imbibitor Lunae. Now in terms of the builds, throw whatever you have available on your account to the character. It's not really that big of a deal breaker. Just make sure you speed to him correctly, but you do want to have at least 2 broken kills on 2 different characters, right? So broken kill on her with a 33% effect resistance, and then 10% crit damage is given to the entire party, right? I have it on him as well, the broken kill, 33 effect resistance. That's another 10% crit damage given to the entire party. Ideally though, we're trying to just worry about transferring it over to our boy right here. Now, in terms of his build, he's rocking Under the Blue Sky on my account, as I said I was going to put on him, because I want to put the other light cone from the free-to-play Her to Shop on my future Fushuan. So because of that, I sacrificed the Fall of the Eon and utilized this instead, since I already have this at S5, which you'll see it performs more than good enough. Now with that being said, you can totally run the Fall of the Eon, guys. Okay, it's actually outperforming this when you build them correctly. I have them at 8, 6, 6, 7, and then I filled up pretty much everything. I'm still working on getting this up even more. I want to have 8, 8, and 8. That's usually what I aim for. His relics, I already told y'all we're doing Wastelander with the Rudolent Arena. He's sitting at E0. And I focused on getting as much crit rate as possible in the substats. 10% crit rate right there, 8% crit rate right here. We got 6% crit rate, 8.7% crit rate. So we focused on getting as much crit rate as possible. So he's sitting at 59, but with the Wastelander set, all I got to do is debuff the enemy that I'm attacking. He's now sitting at 69% crit rate. And then this light cone, when I kill any enemy out there, I get a 3-turn buff that boosts my crit rate by 24%. So that shoots me at what? 69. So 79, 89, 93. Damn. I didn't know it was that high. 79, 89, yeah, 93% crit chance. Holy hell, that's actually insane. So I pretty much have infinite uptime on my crit chance because I'm always killing somebody throughout the cycles. You'll never see that buff run out inside of the showcase. And then of course, once Yukong pops her ult, guaranteed crit chance and then guaranteed crit damage as well. So the dude just pops off with this whole entire build. Now, I think I pretty much explained everything that you needed with regards to the build. I guess we'll go over this real quick. He has this just to increase his tankiness. My Lorcha gets constantly disrespected. He should have much more investment in here, but he's probably going to continue to get disrespected now that I know Fu Xuan's coming out. But yeah, Lorcha, just throw whatever the hell you have on available to him. Ideally, I want him to actually put in some work, but we just don't have the right stuff, right? This is garbage. So as long as he's healing, I'm okay with where my Lorcha is at. Now, right before we pull up the showcase, again, we did MOC floor 9 and we did the first half here because it's very elemental synergistic. Again, maybe one day Hoyoverse will decide to allow us to just skip straight to the second half once we've cleared the whole entire abyss. Or MOC, that would be so nice if we can just go straight into the second half after clearing everything, right? Because it sucks that I have to go through the first half just to get to the second half. I'll probably end up showcasing this anyway, just so people can see right before the reset happens. But yeah, we chose this just so it's much more convenient to do resets and get those clear runs. But I'll be honest, this team is so strong and Imbibitor Lunae is so strong, I'm consistently getting 2 to 3 cycle clears, which is nuts considering this buff has absolutely no benefit to the team composition I'm running, like 0 benefit. It's all tailor-made for Kafka. So the fact that this guy is getting 2 cycle clears on a free-to-play friendly build or a low budget build more so is insane, because usually when you get these kind of clears, there's people with that have like E1 signature light cone, a lot of investment, quite a bit at least. This dude's getting it all done and he's cracked, guys. Okay, long story short, he's incredibly cracked. But let's get into this play-by-play for the showcase. Okay, so right off rip, what we're trying to do, obviously, get tingyun up to maximum energy, pop the healing from him, and then we're gonna open up with our boy Imbibitor Lunae to get that free stack, skill point friendliness. Now, this is why I said you need an E6 tingyun, literally right here. Look at this shit, guys. Look at this. And this is very crucial. Now, my Imbibitor Lunae only has 113 speed, but as soon as we go into the fight, the E1 of Yukong boosts that speed up 10%, putting him at about 123 speed. Here's the dagger. If I had E6 tingyun, his ult would be up right here. I would pop his ult and then immediately receive a 20% speed boost to our Imbibitor Lunae. This is going to take our 123 speed up to 143 speed. And the crucial part about this is that once he attacks with that 143 speed, he's going to be able to go within the same cycle 2 times with an attack percent boot. And this is huge because he can go 2 times without me utilizing Yukong's ult to activate Dance 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 to make him go twice. And then I can instead save that for the next cycle. Basically, it's a swap between Yukong ult and tingyun ult to manipulate his speed and make him go twice inside of the cycle without actually wearing a speed boot. It's a very 5 billion IQ play, but my tingyun's freaking E5. I need her to be E6 so that we can open up very nicely with this. And this happens like quite repetitively throughout the combat, which is very annoying. It is what it is. So we got shackled already off rip. Attack him, break his shield, and then here, this is for skill point funneling so that we can ensure her ult is up. She's rocking a attack percent rope. So we go ahead and knock out these 3 units because this annoying fucker over here revives, right? So if we can just get rid of them, then we could just overkill this freaking annoying kid over here. He revives, wastes his revive, then we kill him again before the cycle ends. So they're all dead, right? I'm about to ult with Imbibitor Lunae to get rid of his revive without wasting my Lorcha's ult, because you want to save Lorcha's ult for the next cycle. So what we're doing here is we're just building up skill point friendliness. This is the problem though, guys. So I did work around the E5 tingyun. But I forced to use my ult with Oh Girl. Crit rate, crit damage, attack percent boost. I have to use it right here to activate Dance Dance Dance, which is then gonna put my Imbibitor Lunae inside of the 39 cycle. The cool thing about this is that it transfers over to the next cycle as well and places my Imbibitor Lunae right behind my tingyun, and we'll get into that. So she pops this, crit rate, crit damage, attack percent boost. Boom. Now we go into the next cycle. Look where my Imbibitor Lunae is. He's now right behind my tingyun, and this is actually huge because I still have my crit rate, crit damage, attack percent boost from Yukong activated. So what's happening here? Since he's right behind my tingyun, he gets a 30% damage boost. As you can see, it's on the screen from her Bronya light cone because it gives it to whoever's going next. Then I pop tingyun burst and give him another tingyun damage bonus, which I think mine's is at 46%. So this dude has crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, 30% damage bonus, benediction damage bonus, ult damage bonus from tingyun. That's a lot of buffing, guys, from 2 units, okay? In other words, he's doing 200k. He actually does 212k on another run, but on here it's 200 on the money. So that's why he does so much damage right there. So now at this point we are at 0 skill points. So we got to build up some skill points now, guys. We did get our ult off in time before he tries to heal himself. Buffs dispelled so he can no longer heal himself. Another skill point generated. Good heal from my boy. Heals back up again from Lorcha. So things are going perfectly. 3 skill points built up, 4 skill points built up. That's why I love this team. That was good. That was huge too. So we did get a little bit of luck there. We needed one of them to attack our Imbibitor Lunae. Now he does have the highest taunt value on the team, but we all know how enemies love Tingyun and Yukong, but they love them foxes, and I feel them. Anyways, they attacked me at least just one time. I was able to get my ult up and use it before he goes, and this is huge because this helps with skill point funneling. Now I do want to explain this next part right here, guys, right? So right here, we could totally one tap him with our Imbibitor Lunae. If we use up 2 skill points, he's dead. However, why would we waste all of these turns to build up more energy, right? So what we do here is we keep him alive by doing a regular auto attack, and then we build up more energy on our Tingyun, on our Lorcha, on our Yukong, so that we can go into the final cycle with people's ults up, if that makes sense. And I took some time to think about that too. So we did a regular attack. By the way, regular non-charged attack, just 22k. Yeah, you know, it ain't no thing. This dude is cracked, man. So we intentionally used Tingyun's skill, even though he doesn't need it, just to build up more energy recharge on her. And now look, our Yukong ult is up. Our Lorcha ult is almost up. We're looking solid here. I think I was pondering right here on whether I wanted to kill him or not, but obviously we're not going to do anything rational here or irrational here. Okay, so we went with the auto attack after 10 years of contemplation. And then we're just gonna, I think we just do a one little charge to ensure he dies right here. We couldn't risk giving up a whole cycle. Yeah. This is so annoying too, because you're like, bro, if this dude don't die, because I want to save as much resources as I can. But he ended up dying off of one charge, which is nice. So now we're in here in the final cycle, and this cycle's a bit tricky, right? I do think I could one cycle this with this team, but I need a little bit more investment. But I think I can one cycle it. I need to go into it with Danny Boy's ult already up. It would be huge. Again, see, if I would have had 10 energy from my Tingyun, his ult might have been up. If I had E6 Tingyun, his ult might have been up right there. And that's what I'm saying. It sucks not having that E6 Tingyun. That 10 energy, man, it makes all the difference. But we immediately dispel that buff so he can't heal himself. And things are going just tremendously well. And I'll say it, guys, having an E6 Yukong, it definitely provides value. It doesn't blow me away, though. I thought it'd be more valuable. The biggest L is discovering that she doesn't give 3 stacks. She's still capped at 2 stacks, which is very freaking cringe, man. So right here, we're definitely gonna pop her ult first to build more energy. This is the cool thing about E6 Yukong. You can pop her ult, it'll automatically activate the Roaring Bowstrings buff, and then you can then use her E to build up more energy. Yeah, and that's a fat amount of shield break too. So then we pop E so that she has 2 stacks. See, it would have been way better if that was 3 stacks. They hoed her, bro. Like her E6 is still clunky and annoying. Full-blown level 3 charge. See, his ult should have already been up. That's what sucks. But since his ult isn't already up, it wasted energy recharge funneling right there. And that's because of no E16 yet again. This guy's about to get punched in the head, no question. Bang, look, 102,000, bro. And my ult's level 6 on him, by the way. It's not even built up. So right here, I'm probably debating on building more skill points or building up her energy, which I think I should probably auto attack. Yeah, good auto. Nah, I definitely built more skill points. Hit him, he's almost dead. That's what I was debating. I know myself. I was debating on just doing a little more damage to old buddy. Right here, probably buff up. Yeah, buff up Imbibitor Lunae. Why not? Oh, buddy should die. Full level 3 charge, break the shield in the process. Very nice. Another 112k. Like, this dude does 112,000 damage like it's just an auto attack, bro. It's actually nuts. with no MOC buff, guys. Yeah, so we're gonna be able to clear this cycle out before this guy gets a chance to let off his next fully charged arrow, which is good. Definitely build a skill point up. What are you doing? Come on, build a skill point up. He's dead. What was I thinking about here? I wonder. Probably if I had enough skill points to get a full level 3 charge off. Oh, to put my tingyun in front of him. That's what I'm debating. Yeah, so if I use her skill, she gets placed in front of my Imbibitor Lunae. So what I was debating is, do I use Yukong ult, get the crit rate, crit damage, attack percent buff? Or do I put her in front of him? And do I have enough skill points to pull this off? We'll see what happens. This shit's hilarious. So I ended up going with the skill boost. After contemplating 10 years, Klee became an adult and I finally made my move. So now I went with the move for where Tingyun's getting placed in front of Imbibitor Lunae. Looks like things worked out for the better though, because now we're gonna pop this. He's gonna get a full-blown damage bonus. And he's getting advanced forward. Dance, dance, dance activates. Yo, look at that. Oh, that was a misplay. That was on complete accident. I didn't calculate that the dance, dance, dance was actually gonna place him in front of my Yukong. Dude, that's hilarious. I mean, Tingyun, how the hell did that even happen? Because it advances the whole team. What the f? That's hilarious. It placed him in front of Tingyun. Insane. Anyways, I only could do a level 1 charge here, but Tingyun's ult was up, right? So we actually ended up looking up here and staying inside of that 2 cycle clear, battery him up, and then GG's finished the enemy off with the ult. So not a perfect run, but you guys could see there's a lot of thought-induced thinking that goes into playing with Imbibitor Lunae. He really isn't a brain dead unit. You got to literally strategize around this guy. But it was a lot of fun playing with him. I will say that I've been enjoying him a ton. I've tried him with Silverwolf, and as I've said, Silverwolf is a little bit more difficult to utilize with him because she's not as skill point friendly as Tingyun, due to Tingyun having access to that freaking Bronya light cone. But I will be doing more showcases with other team compositions. I played them with Blade and it worked out well. I swapped out Yukong for Blade because they have around the same skill point friendliness. And dude, it actually worked. I did a 3 cycle clear in that same exact scenario. So it works, it's pretty cool. But we're doing all kind of testing to make sure you guys have all the information available to see how he performs and come up with your own thoughts as to what you think of him. For me, he's definitely looking like everything I said he was going to be. Strongest DPS in the game, skill point hungry, a lot of speed tuning, a lot of rotation, thought provoking combat, etc, etc. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I hope I brought y'all some value. Take care, peace, love, and happiness. I'll catch you on the flip side.